There's a moment that comes after clarity. After the moment where you finally, understand everything and you see everyone for who they are, there comes a moment that you're still waiting for something that never arrives. You're still waiting for an explanation, an apology, acknowledgement, closure. And this is sometimes the space where a lot of people will get stuck because they'll mistake understanding for resolution. I came to the conclusion that you don't need closure from people who benefited from your confusion, your silence, or your self-doubt. They were comfortable when you were unsure. They were comfortable when you over-explained. They were comfortable when you carried the emotional weight. So why would they offer clarity now? They were comfortable with you being confused. So of course they're not going to give you an apology, an explanation. Closure feels like something that should come from them. But real closure doesn't arrive through conversations. It arrives through orientation. The moment you stop looking outward for confirmation and start trusting what you already know. A lot of people stay emotionally tethered because they're waiting for proof. They're waiting for proof that it wasn't in their head, that they were wronged, proof that the shift wasn't real. But needing proof keeps you connected to people who never intended to be honest with you in the first place. And that's not healing, that's delay. People who relied on your silence don't suddenly become self-reflective when you find your voice. They don't suddenly gain insight because you gained clarity. And that doesn't mean you didn't matter. It means you grew beyond the version of yourself they understood. Closure doesn't come when someone admits that they hurt you. Closure comes when you stop negotiating with the past and start living from your present truth. When you no longer feel the need to convince, to explain, to prove, because you already see it clearly. This is where emotional maturity begins to show up differently. You stop chasing conversations. You stop revisiting old moments. You stop replaying what you should have said. Not because you don't care, but because you finally understand those conversations would cost you. Those conversations will cost you your peace, your stability, and your clarity. If you've been waiting for closure, I want you to ask yourself something. Ask yourself what would actually change if they did acknowledge it. Would it give you your time back? Would it give you your energy back? Would you trust in them again? Or would it just keep you emotionally tied to a version of life you've already outgrown? Closure isn't something someone gives you. It's something you choose the moment you stop seeking permission to move forward. And when you do that, something shifts. Life gets quieter, cleaner, and more spacious. Not because everything is resolved, not because everything is all rainbows and sunshine, but because you are no longer entangled. If you're in this space right now, you're not stuck. You're transitioning. You're transitioning from understanding to embodiment, from analysis to orientation, from waiting to living. And that's where the next chapter actually begins. You don't need closure to move on. You need self-trust. You need to believe in yourself, believe in your intuition, believe in your knowing. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to continue the conversation. On this channel, we have conversations around topics such as confidence, jealousy, envy, boundary setting, and healing from narcissistic abuse. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok at AuthorAsh1. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.